Hi everyone, welcome to our City DevOps course. Today is our day 50 class where I will show you how we can create a Jenkins by using Terraform scripts, and which command I use in this demo. I mentioned in the GitHub repository. All the steps you can get it from here. So before I start the video, just a quick reminder: if you haven't subscribed the channel, then subscribe the channel. Because after I complete the 60-day DevOps course, I will also upload lots of DevOps and clouds video. So if you subscribe the channel, then you will get a notification right away. So I hope you will subscribe the channel. So let's do the demo. So our project overview is we will create a VPC subnet and security group, and then I will create a EC2 in Ubuntu image. Then I will install the Jenkins in that EC2 by using a user data script automatically, and after creating the EC2, it will give me the Jenkins URL. Okay, so everything will be done automatically. The project structure of this demo is we will create a folder. You can give any name. Then under this folder, we will create a main.tf file, then variable.tf file, then output.tf file, then we will create the user data SSL file. So let me go to the command line and do all the steps. So first we will create the main.tf file. So explain the main.tf file first. So in the main.tf file, we are using provider AWS. That's why I put AWS. So we're using AWS cloud infrastructure. Then we need to create a key pair. So resource we will create AWS underscore key pair. Then give the resource name Jenkins underscore key, then key name is Jenkins dash key, then the private key location using by my default one. So we already know the default private key and public key is located in .ssh folder, and the name of the file is id underscore rsa.pub. So if you use in different public key, then you mention that file location here. So in my case, I'm using the default one. Then I will create a security group. So resource is AWS underscore security group. Then we can put any names of the security group. I using Jenkins underscore HG. Then give any name. Then if you want, you can put any description. And then I will also allow two port. First is 880, then 222. So the syntax should be right this way. So ingress, then from port, then to port, which port you want to allow. Then protocol should be TCP, and CIDR block I'm using all IP, so 0.0.0./ if you want to allow any specific IP, then you can mention that one. So same way I do 222 port, and ingress exgress, basically for output you just allow all. So that's why I need to put -1. Then in the next let me create the main file first. Okay, then I go for step by step. So copy that file, go to the control panel. Here is already a blank folder I have created. So cat main.tf, go to the documentation back. So now we'll create a EC2. Okay, so for creating the EC2, we can use this in different file, or for simplicity I just use the same script in the main.tf file. So what I I'm adding this code resources AWS instance. So creating EC2 instance, so give the name of the EC2 instance is Jenkins underscore server. You can give any name. Then I will use AMI, and in your case, this AMI image basically frequently change. So for which region you want to create and which operating system you are using, that AMI name should be different. So before you create the run the script, you go to that your region and make sure your AMI ID is same. So in my case, its name is last is E59. So go to your EC2 dashboard, then launch instance. Then go to browse AMI. So you are using Ubuntu, just filter the Ubuntu only. You can enter, then it will show all Ubuntu images. In my case, I am using Ubuntu 22.04, so I am using this image. Okay, so you can see C1EF9, so I'm using this one. Okay, so this one. And in instance type I'm using T2 medium, so it is 2 core CPU and I think 4 GB RAM. Like Jenkins is properly running, at least requirement is 2 GB RAM and 2 core CPU, then like Jenkins run properly, otherwise it will be stuck. So that's why I'm using T2.medium and it's not eligible free tier. Then key name I'm using like AWS underscore key pair, then Jenkins.key, then the key name which I already create the first. You can see AWS key pair, the key pair name Jenkins underscore key, then the key name. Okay, then key name. Then like I'm at the security group, same way AWS security group jenkins.hg.id, it will add the security group. Then after creating the EC2, it will run the user data. So in same location, I will create a user data file where I will put all the steps to install the Jenkins. So now let me create the EC2 command. So copy that one, just open your main.tf file, go to the bottom, and copy and exit from that file. Now we'll create the user data script. So in the user data script, we already know hash bin bash, we need to add this one. Otherwise this script will not run in the bash script. So what I will do, like sudo apt update, it will update, then I will install OpenJDK 17, then it will download the add the repository of the Jenkins, then sudo apt update y again, then install the Jenkins, enable the Jenkins, start the Jenkins. So copy that one and make sure user underscore data file name is same. So cat now we will add the variable, same way we will adding variable AWS region, and by default we are using EC2 So variables.tf, then we will add the output file. So in the output file, we just give the name of the output file Jenkins_ul, we give a description, then we add the variable. These values basically AWS instance Jenkins server, the EC2 name of the server, then the public IP of the EC2. This will basically give you the output of your public IP. Then you will add 800 port, which is by default port of Jenkins. Then add the HTTP. Okay, so let me copy that one, outputs.tf file. So cat outputs.tf. It will basically give you the exact URL of the Jenkins. So our all file is created, done. Now I will run the script. You already know how to run the Terraform script. So Terraform init, then Terraform plan. If you want to see what's going on, then you can just put Terraform apply. Then if you don't want to ask for the yes, then just add the dash auto approve. So for my case, I need to run the Terraform init. So it will initialize and download the all file to deploy the script. So it will basically download lots of AWS package in your local PC. So it will take some, depends on the internet speed. So let me pause the video. When it will done, I will come back again. After 1 minute, we can see our initialization is complete. Now we need to run the Terraform plan, or if you want to direct run, just Terraform apply. Terraform, just give the enter, then we can see like what is going on or what is going to creating by this script. So you can see it will showing what it's going to create. Security group is adding 800 port and 22 port, and everything is showing here. Okay, so it will basically showing what is going on. So let me type yes. So it will create the security group key pair. You can see it's creating the key pair, then security group, then it will create the EC2 and it will give you the IP, and after creating the EC2 it will also install the Jenkins which we mentioned in the user underscore data file. So it will take around 1 minute. So you can see it's already created, and we are using T2 medium server, so that's why it's going a little bit fast. So you can see it will give the output. So like EC2 IP, we add 8080 port and HTTP. So if you click this one, it will maybe it's open, or it will take a little bit time, like 10 to 20 seconds. So within 10 to 20 seconds, it will show the basically Jenkins default page, while it's showing is like Jenkins initializing or something. And if you go to the like EC2 and go to back, here it will show like creating EC2, security group, key pair, all the stuffs. You can see it's running T2 medium. If you go to the like IP, you can get that IP, copy that one. We need to like SSH this one. So this one my previous one. So SSH Ubuntu. We need to get that server because we need to get the password of the Jenkins. That's why I'm going to log in this server. So clear this screen. Now you can see now it's trying to coming. You can see is Jenkins is running and is giving the location where the initialize admin password is located. So let me copy that one, and I already logged in the server. So sudo su get, you can get the password. So just copy that one and paste it here. So it basically show the like Jenkins installation process. So just if you want to like need all plugins, just click the install suggested plugins, and if you need your specific without any plugin, just click that select plugins to installs. Then you can like choose your isolated plugins. So I just want to show how to create the Jenkins by running Terraform scripts. So if you want to like install how to do like install Jenkins properly, you can go to the Jenkins installation playlist. There you can get a video how to install the Jenkins. So go check that video if you want to like see how to install Jenkins. So in my case, I just want to show you the installation process by running Jenkins. Okay, so go back to the documentation. So we'll create the EC2, and I mentioned what is doing after run that script. So it will create EC2, then security group, and allow 80 port and 22 port. Then it will show the output, the public IP, then it's 00. So after you done, you can run that command to destroy that EC2. So what is the summary of this video? Basically, we are using infrastructure as a code by using Terraform. So after running this script, what it's going to do, basically it's using AWS providers setup, then create a security group, then user data initializing by kid, install the Jenkins, then it will show the output. Then you can clean the resource by running this command. So our Jenkins basically is installed done. So for destroying the EC2, just go to your control panel. So Terraform, destroy, I put auto approve, then it will ask for the yes. So after like a few minutes, it will basically destroy all EC2 and related things like key pair, security, everything. So like that's all for today's video, and I already show you what command I use. Everything you get in from this Git repository documentation. Okay, so if you found this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe the channels. In the next video I will discuss in different topics of Terraform. So up to that time, best of luck. Bye.